How to use the new Luminar Neo clone tool. The new Luminar Neo Update 4 is out. The biggest addition in this free update is the new clone tool. Hey there, I'm Tom Cheswick, and I'm a portrait photographer and mostly photograph business professionals, high school seniors, and dancers. But enough about me, let's talk about the new clone tool. Nearly a year after the release of Neo, we finally get the clone tool. I am going to show you how to know if you have it, how to use it, and if you stay to the end, a bonus pro tip that's going to make using the tool so much quicker and easier. First, come up to the top left, go to Luminar Neo, click on that, go to Help, and then About Luminar Neo. And you're going to look for Luminar Neo Update 4. If you have an earlier version than Update 4, just go to Luminar Neo Help and then check for updates. Okay? And then you'll be able to download the current version. The clone tool has 3 adjustments: size, softness, and strength. But first we got to find the new tool, and that's going to be under Professional Clone. So if we click on that, we'll see the 3 settings again: size, softness, and strength. Size is just the brush. Size, you can use your bracket keys. It first wants you to set a point. I'll just set it so you can see the bracket keys. So by holding the Alt or Option key, click, that sets it, and then the bracket keys will adjust the size for you. Then there's also the softness. Softness will determine how the edge of the brush, how soft that transition is going to be. The strength allows you to change the opacity. That's one of the big advantages over the erase tool. The erase tool is always at 100%, and with the clone tool you can do small changes. And I'll show you where and why you may want to do that. So let's take a look at this portrait of Teresa. She has great skin. There's just some minor things we could adjust for that. There's also maybe a little hair. It's so far out of focus on the far side, or a little on the side here. It actually doesn't really bother me, but I'm just going to show you how you could correct that in the portrait. There's a little spot on her lip. There's a little white spot on the dress. Some of these you would use or could use the erase tool, but in this we're going to use the new tool. And one area where the erase tool doesn't work well would be when we want to use that strength or the opacity. And that would be an area, say this little line by her arm. So let's go ahead and tackle things here. So first, let's go into the softness. So I'm going to make the strength 100 and softness 100. And we'll see why that's not going to give us the results we want when we look at a spot on her dress. So if I set the sample area by holding down the Alt or Option key, clicking it, and then clicking on the spot we want to remove, you can notice, or you may be able to notice, that part of it just got soft around the edge and it's not as crisp as it could be. I'm going to reset the tool because there is no undo like Control or Command Z on this. It doesn't work. Here we can see before and after, and it just really kind of blurred out that area around it. And that's why there is a softness setting. So I'm going to reset the tool. We're going to click our source spot again, but this time we're going to have a much harder edge. We'll go all the way actually. And this time we can even go smaller on the brush and do it there. That's a much cleaner result. And that looks great. So that's the difference for softness. Let's do an area where I would want to keep it soft. And that's kind of this area by the hair. So this time I'm going to adjust the softness. We'll click a sample area. We could make the brush a little bit larger. And now I'm just going to remove that area. And that looks great. So one thing I recommend is when you do a lot of cloning, every now and then close it out and open it again. You'll have all those edits over here under the edit section, but this way, since there is no real undo, we're not going to lose everything that we've already done as we move forward with our cloning. Okay, so here's cloning. I'm going to set the source, and this time we're doing the part on the lip. Size, the softness, I'm going to do medium this time. Opacity, probably 100% is going to work well. And we'll take care of this little area here. That looks great like that. Okay, you could do the same thing for areas on her skin. Again, so I don't mess up the texture, I'll probably do a little bit of a harder brush. You want to be real careful when you sample that you're picking something close by, so it all looks good there. All right, let's go take a look at where the strength will come in. That's going to work really good for this little part by her armpit. We're going to bring the strength way down. We'll have the softness probably in the middle area here. I'm going to close out so we don't lose any of the retouching on her face if I don't get it right on my first attempt. Okay, so we're going to set a source, Alt Command click. I'm sorry, Alt Option if you're on a Mac. And I'm going to bring up the size here, and we're just going to run through that section here. Okay, that's looking pretty good. We can see before and after, and to me that looks great just like that. All I'm doing is making it so it's not quite so noticeable, but lines are lines, and we don't have to retouch somebody to have a plastic Barbie skin-like appearance. Awesome. So that is the new tool. Okay, it is time for the bonus pro tip. The clone tool is such a useful tool, and you'll probably use it in almost every photo, yet it's buried at the bottom of the tool list. Let's fix this. Go down to the clone tool, right click on it, select add to your favorites, and now it's at the very top of your tool menu in your favorite section. How cool is that? Thanks for watching this training video. To help me continue producing videos, please like and subscribe. Also, be sure to leave a comment about any topics you'd like covered in the future videos. Thank you and enjoy the rest of your day.